Hello friend, welcome back to my channel KBS Technocraft. Today in this video we explore how to develop locally using the Azure Cosmos DB Emulator on Windows. We will understand how to set up and configuration process, demonstrate connection string to the emulator from your application, and provide some kind of sample code to get you started. And develop locally with a Cosmos DB emulator allows you to test your application without the need of Azure subscription. So in this video, we will learn what is the Azure Cosmos DB emulator, then how do you set up the Cosmos DB emulator on Windows, and then we will try to cover how to connect the emulator from your any application console or Windows or Azure function applications, and then we will try to understand how to perform CRUD operation on a Cosmos DB using this emulator, and then in the finally we will see how we can debug and rectify the issues if we are facing any. Now, let's understand what is Azure Cosmos DB Emulator. So, the Azure Cosmos DB Emulator provides a local environment that emulates the Azure Cosmos DB service. This allows you to develop and test your application without needing a actual Azure subscription. It is perfect for trying out Cosmos DB feature and ensuring your code works before you deploy into the cloud. Now we'll try to install this emulator. To install this emulator, what basically we need to do that, uh, we need to navigate the installation file. So I am using this particular Microsoft Learn page. You can refer this page. I will provide the link into the description. So here we are having download the Azure Cosmos DB emulator. I will click on this and then we will wait for a couple of minutes to download it. Once it's a download, what we will do, we will install this emulator on the system. So it's getting downloaded. So after the download, I will go to that folder and I will open or run. So once it runs, it will take some time to install it and we will install it. Okay. So need to accept, install it, and it will take few minutes to install it. Now we can see that the Azure Cosmos DB emulator has been installed. I will click on finish. So now once installation is completed, we can see the URL for Azure Cosmos DB, where we can see what are the databases and containers are running. So if you click here, you will be able to see that what is the local host for connection, what is the primary key we can use it, right? So if you go on Explorer, here you will be able to see if there is any container has been created. Okay, so no container, no database is created, right? So we will try to create a new container and database. So I'm just going to open Visual Studio, and then I'll open new project, and I will just create a console application just for demonstration purpose. So I will just let the name as it is, and Cosmos Cosmos DB Emulator test. Let's consider it like this, and then I will click next. I will select .NET 8.0. This. Okay, so I created this. So what I will do, I will create an item class which I want to save it. So I will just create a new file. So here I will create add new plus file. I will give just name is item, and I have some code which I can use it. So I will use this item. Just to save the time, I will use this class for. So I'm going to create a database where I'm going to store ID, name, and description. ID will be the partition key. Now we need to write the code. So let me add the code, and then we will see what need to be. So I will go in program.cs file, and then I will replace this. Let it be this code there, and I'll do this. I'll remove it, and then using I will put console. Let me comment this first, and then using console this, because this is the class where items are defined. So now item will be referring that, right? Now we need to install this Microsoft Azure Cosmos. So I will add dependency, and then I will add a NuGet package here. I search. So I will install this. This is required for connecting Cosmos DBs. So I will accept this. Right. So we have installed it. We will try to rebuild it. Okay. This happens because this line should come after the namespace. So we will save it. Right. So before we run, we will see. So first line which I have written here is Cosmos endpoint. So Cosmos endpoint, I have copied it from here. So I have copied from here. This is what by default when you install that Cosmos DB emulator it will be. Then the primary key we have copied from here. So I copied here and then I paste it. So let me paste it, right? So this two will allow to create a client here, and then this is database name which I have given sample DB. You can give anything, and then this is the sample container name. You can give any container name. Then I'm trying to create database if it's not there. Also, if container is not there, we are going to create it, and then I'm going to get the container instance, and then I'm creating the item, right? So that's very simple one which we are trying to achieve it here. Let me run this code, and if you see here before running the code here nothing is there, right? So no container, no databases, right? So we will run it here, and once we run it we will be able to see that the database containers are created, also is inserted one record. Okay, so let's wait for a couple of minutes. Okay, good. So let's go to the browser and just refresh it. You can see the sample DB whatever we have given is created here and one data is inserted. If I stop here, right, and read once again, you will be able to see one more row has been added there. So if you refresh it, this row and the data, if you see, these are the data which we are ID, name, and description, whatever we have given that it's coming here, right? Now let me re-explain the code, but we have done it here in this solution explorer. If I go, I have added a dependency that is basically a package called Microsoft Azure.Cosmos we have added. Then we have given the Cosmos endpoint and Cosmos key from the emulator URL. And then we have created a client, and then we are creating a database. Then we are creating a container. If it's not there, then we are connecting to that container and inserting the data to that particular databases. Okay, thanks for watching my video. I hope you like. If you like what you see, please subscribe, click on subscribe button.